Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another one. Welcome to the show. And today we're going to have an important discussion of everything going on right now. So, silver prices are back up to 79. And I want to explain what's going on. This might clear it up for a lot of people of what's happening. And I'm going to break it down in this video. We're going to talk about it. This is showing that the banks are fucked. And the thing is, they've sold more silver than they actually have. And see, they can't crush the price back down to 50 because they know all of us will pour in. They know that. But what they can do, they can make the price go from 80 to 70 to 75 to 80, back down to 70, and eventually you get bored. You know, people get bored really easily. And I've seen this happen with a lot of my friends that just listened to my advice and bought in at 50. They made really good gains, honestly, but they got bored, man. And they followed the rocket ship from 50 to 80. And I still told them to hold. And they seen the price go back down to 70. And they thought, what the fuck? Well, you know what? I bought for 50. He was right. So they still held. And the price went back up to 80. Then it dipped back down to 75. And they started to really question, you know, is he right? Is he right? Is he right? Or what's going on here? Then I think the price went back up to 82. Then it crashed back down to like 72. And a lot of them got pissed when this happened. A lot of them got agitated. I could see it in a lot of their body languages that they're agitated. I don't blame them. It's annoying. And this is the bank's strategy. They can't drop it to 50 because then everyone piles in. They don't want to spike the price because then they lose money. So they're in this spot where they have to annoy you out of your investments. Give you the negative articles on silver of like, oh, it may have hit the double top, blah, blah, blah. Gold's might go down this year. And they have to hit you with that because they know it'll work. Even a couple weeks of this will shake even some of the most seasoned investors out of their portfolios. That when silver went back up to 77, most of my friends sold. Most of them took their gains and said, fuck this. That I can't predict silver. I'm going back to Pokemon. You know, a couple of my friends said this. You know, and hell, none of us can predict anything in life. But this is a very predictable scenario, in my opinion. They're trying to shake you out. And for a lot of people, it's working. They're getting shook out, and then more stronger hands buy up the silver. And it shows they can't get the price to go lower than 70 either, because people still will buy the shit out of it at 70. I know I will. If I get another chance to buy in at 72, I'm going to buy a lot more silver. But they're trying to just shake you out of boredom. And that's the most dangerous weapon that they have, is shaking you out of boredom. And if they can successfully do this, they're going to shake you out of a metal for $80 that should be worth $400 to $500. Okay? That's the game plan. And for a lot of people, it works because a lot of people, that's all the money they have they invested in, maybe. And if they feel like it's doing nothing, just going from 80 to 70 to 80 to 70 to 80 to 70, they're going to leave. And I'm telling you, you do not want to be this person. You will probably really regret it. And there was a lot of news going around that they're going to replace silver with something else. And I just don't think that's the truth. Silver will always be needed. And it's always a currency. And that's the thing people forget. is it is a currency. It's not just the metal value. Like silver has two different things working on its side that most metals don't. And so everyone's um, in this, sphere where they're not sure what to do. They want to take their gains very desperately, and it's not a good idea yet. A lot of people are buying more. I mean, I've seen people spend literally $90 an ounce for silver, like 80 and then a $10 premium, because they even know it's going to go higher. And my point is, even if you're not holding silver, you're going to lose a lot of money in everything else you do hold. That even Evolving Skies, for example, even though I paid $600 for a booster box, it's now $2,000. Now that silver has went up, it kills those gains of like, I'm really only buying $700 in silver now. So I only made really $100 on my Evolving Skies investment, which is crazy. And if silver goes up more, it will affect that even more. To where we're about to find out if Pokemon is a real hedge or not either. Because, like, Team Up, for example, was like a $10,000 box when the value of money was higher. Now Team Up should be $21,000 just to keep up with the inflation. And Evolving should be around $6,000 to keep up with inflation. So we should see Pokemon sealed boxes skyrocket if it keeps up with the actual prices, which will be very interesting to see if that happens or not. If it doesn't, a lot of our Pokemon investments are fucked. If it does, we're about to see a nice gain in Pokemon, which will be cool because we'll get a second chance to convert it into silver, which would be nice. I would like to get 80 ounces of silver or even 60 for my Evolving Skies booster box. But I don't think we'll get that chance, sadly. But we'll see what happens. I still wouldn't, like I said, sell your Pokemon, but because it still should go up because the cash is now more worthless. And this is where it gets to the main thing, is if you know it's all a scam. And I really want to break this down for everyone, that not only is the paper money a scam, the whole system is a scam. The Republicans, the Democrats, it's all a scam to keep you enslaved. And including NASA. Like, people think Scott Kelly's a hero. He's not. He's on the other team. NASA is a fraudulent system as well, designed to steal taxpayer money and lie to you about going to space. It's all a fraud. Everything. Not just cash. The whole system as a whole is created by a bunch of rich bankers, the Rothschilds to be specific. And it's been ran this way by the Federal Reserve, and us as the American people, we need to take our power back against these villains and make it real for people. And the thing about social media that frustrates me the most is, Yahoo just did a thing where they said the average American's wealth is $620,000. How far off can someone be to think the average American has $620,000? I don't know. Like, I really don't know what planet these people live on, but my God. And it's mind-blowing because people have this expectation that people really have this kind of money, that most people, like some people do. Like myself, I do, but I work my ass off for it. But most people I know, they don't have anywhere near that kind of money. And someone even said this in the comments on this Yahoo post. They said, I don't know many people with 100,000. I don't know who the fuck says 600,000's the average income. And of course, they're comparing it and counting the billionaires' income with ours. And I mean, it's rather disturbing because some people think that's true. And it's like, dude, most people I know, they don't have 50,000. They don't have 20,000. They're happy to have 10. And people may say, well, they don't work. No, they still work. And they still have next to no money to show for it. Like, I'm so tired of this system looking like it's rewarding people when it's really fucking not. The only people that actually made good money are people that invested smart and literally like penny pinched and invested in the right things at the perfect times, which is fucking very difficult to do. So to break this down, they really think the average person makes $100,000 a year and $600,000 they just magically have stashed away somewhere. And this is so far from the truth. And people will say, well, maybe you're just hanging around the wrong friends. No, this is just average people, bro. Average people are lucky to stash away $50,000, $100,000, working over the past 30 years. I mean, that's just the truth of it, man. I know so many people that have worked their entire lives that are 60 now, and they're responsible people. They've only stashed away 150 grand, 200 grand. They're not, and most of the value's in their home. They're not in this position of 600K. And people just, they lose the plot, it seems. Most people do not have 600K. You're watching too many rich people to have that assumption. And most people just think that's true. I mean, there was even a chick flipping out saying, if I was a man, I'd be a millionaire. Bitch, no, you would not. You would not be a millionaire. Unless you're fucking really smart, you will not be a millionaire. It's just the truth of it. That most people will not be millionaires. And especially a chick coming from that thing, and she had said, what do men even spend their money on? Which is mind-boggling to me because it's like, I can give you a long-ass list of things that men spend money on, and it would blow your mind. I mean, car insurance, health insurance, if you have a home insurance, gas, food. I mean, millions of things that most people, and someone even said that they're shocked because they thought everyone makes 100 grand a year. And it's like, dude, that's so not fucking true. Most people do not make 100 grand a year they can just walk away with and spend on whatever they want. Even if you make 100 grand a year, after all of your bills, you're down to like 30K a year that you can actually spend on shit you want to spend it on. Especially now in this environment with silver being higher, your wages have gotten cut in half. And I mean, I don't know if a lot of people see it or not, but if you made 100 grand a year last year, it's a lot different than 100 grand a year this year. 100 grand last year was bad, but still very good money. And 100 grand a year this year is really 30 grand a year because silver has 3x'd, making the value of money more worthless. If people don't realize how dangerous the price of silver going up really is, that we're all actually wishing for devastation because your money's more worthless. That even if you're making 100 grand a year now, you now make 30 grand in silver compared to last year. And I don't think people really take that into consideration at all. They just look at the hyperinflated dollar values and they're getting the wrong view of this country. It's not the land of opportunity. It's the land of where good money goes to die and where you will be a slave your entire existence. And that's just the truth of it. It's very broken. And I hate to be the one to have to expose it to everyone, but the whole system is a scam. The money is fake. It's worthless. And like I said, the whole system's a scam. And I'll be totally honest with you. I would rather have a $2 piece of silver than $80 in paper cash, because I know at least no matter what, even if silver prices drop, that I will at least have a $2 piece of silver no matter what. If I have $80 in cash, I could have nothing. I mean, literally, if I have $80 in cash, I could have absolutely fuck all. I mean, hell, let's make it 100. It can just go to zero and be monopoly money. So, I mean, I know that's an extreme analogy, but it's just the truth that holding silver at any price is better than holding cash because it's the real money. So, the whole point of this video is that it's all a scam. Republicans and Democrats, they are all in on it. They've been on it for the past 50 years to fuck the average person. And the average person has been getting destroyed. And it's about time people do something about it. It's about time people wake up and realize we do not need the Federal Reserve. We do not need governments. We do not need any of it. Because they're criminal organizations designed to steal from their citizens. The Chinese government, the Russian government, the American government, they are all frauds. They don't deserve the power that they have. And it's about time the people strip that away from them and put them in their place. Because they are all frauds. They are all New World Order puppets. They all want the Mark of the Beast system to take over the world. And they want to doom you. And, you know, a lady made a good point. She said, I don't want anything from this world. I don't want a damn thing, you know. I don't want the money of the world. I don't want the house of the world. I don't want anything from this place anymore. I don't care anymore. And, you know, that really hit me deep. Because I'm like, you know, I don't either. But I don't care anymore. I really don't. Like, I don't give a shit. That, you know, like, I may have a friend say, well, hey, you know, you buy this cryptocurrency, it's going to go to the moon. I don't care anymore. I really just, I don't care about anything in this world. Like, I really just want to go home, you know? Like, I really just want to go to heaven, to be totally honest. That's all I really want. I don't want anything from this world. I don't want anything that the devil has to offer. I don't want anything in his world. I don't want his satanic paper money. I don't care anymore. And the only reason that I'm heavily invested into silver is to hopefully damage this system from having control over people. And I will continue to buy more and more silver to make the anaconda squeeze this system and hopefully end the satanic New World Order. I mean, all of your music artists, they are all satanic sellouts. Every single one of them, from every decade, the 70s, the 80s, the hippie generation, they were all satanic sellouts. It's all a scam. And you're living in the devil's world, folks. And you really have to decide where you want your soul to go. And the time is growing near. I mean, they're lying about the shape of the earth possibly, too. I mean, they could be hiding the shape of the earth, and it's really flat. They can't go to the moon. There's really a firmament above us. They're killing us with smart meters. They have chemtrails. I mean, look at all of these things and really tell me if you really want anything to do with this world. I know I personally don't. If I could push a button and be out of this world, and hell, I'm someone with money saying that I would rather be out of this world. Because it sucks. It fucking blows. It's been took over by sellouts, and we're all kind of trapped in their rich game. No matter how much money you have, no matter how much wealth you have, and even if you don't have wealth, you're mega trapped. And it's just all a scam. That if everyone woke up and said, I don't want anything from this world, you can keep everything. None of us want anything. I don't know. Maybe the world would be a better place. But until then, but then we'd also have a bunch of people who don't have anything, which isn't good either. But it's a fucking mess. But when you realize these things, you know how to prepare at least. And my point that I'm telling everyone and all of my subscribers is hold your fucking silver. No matter what noise is out there, you're sitting on the winning ticket. Silver is the bank's Achilles heel, that just buy it, throw it in a closet, and wait. And hopefully it buys you the freedom that you deserve. That you don't have to struggle in this system anymore. And it really is just an absolute mess of where I feel like most of us feel this way. Is we don't want anything to do with this world. It's too corrupt and it's too broken and it's too evil that we're really just ready for Jesus to come back and take it over. And that's the power of the Great Awakening. Most people have been waking up and realizing this. And if people continue to realize this, we could really do something and overthrow these bastards that have enslaved us, aka the Rothschilds, J.P. Morgan, the Federal Reserve. They all work together. And these evil men need to be brought to justice. Hell, the justice system needs to be brought to justice because they will never prosecute these men. They'd rather prosecute you for a parking ticket. That where it really is just thugs versus the average American people. That's what it's came to. It's no longer a fair system for anyone. So, don't get brainwashed by social media. Most people do not make $100,000 a year, tax-free, no bills. This world is not as good as it seems. And your politicians deserve called out for it. They deserve complained at of how are people supposed to survive. You know, they hit Venezuela so they could steal their oil, but they also stole silver and gold. America's game plan, in my opinion, is to raise silver and gold prices to the limits to devalue their debt. And taking over Venezuela was that main key. But it also worked out for them that they could get oil cheap to send it to everyone, get gas prices down to $3, to hold everyone off, to make them not believe inflation is happening and they're about to devalue the currency a hell of a lot more. And I think that's the game plan. A lot of people see it backwards and say, well, they're going to have a bunch of silver now. And gold. That should drive the prices down. And that's not the case. They will hoard the silver and gold, sell the oil, and then jack the prices up of silver and gold. That's the secret. And they hold it, and they raise the prices dramatically. And that's why Trump had his wife in the silver dress. I mean, they even had MGK wearing some silver fucking thing. Looked like a baked potato. But I think they're trying to alert something to everyone that silver is about to fucking explode. So be patient. It may not happen this week. It may not happen next month. It may take 6 months. But just hold the line. Pay your bills with the fiat currency you have and hold the silver that you bought. And try to get a good position. Not just 10 ounces, not just 20 ounces. You need at least 200-300 ounces, man. And you need to try to hold the line. Don't go into debt for those 200 to 300 ounces, but use your expendable money to hold the line. Anyway, that's all we have for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We're out.